What is up, guys? It's your boy No Risk, No Premium, back with another episode of the market overview, guys. Today it looks like we put this little tiny little balance day, right? I mean, we had a big, very ugly type flag play from Friday and just kind of consolidated today. Why do we consolidate? More than likely it's because of this print not that, this print coming out here. Core CPI, that's at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. That's really the only thing we're gonna have to worry about as far as data is concerned. Core CPI. So that's 1 hour before the market open. Then we have a couple of knuckleheads that do come in at 10 a.m. and throughout the day as well. So we need to pay attention whenever they're speaking, unfortunately. But as for tomorrow, just going to be core CPI. Let's not forget we have PPI the following day on Wednesday. Onto the charts, though. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. We can see very nice V-shaped recovery here, right? Went down, tested this 4350 level, took off and built some balance now where we had some old resistance, right? About 4,400. Went down and held that area today and right back up here to this 4435 area. So I believe tomorrow, what the levels we're going to want to be watching for tomorrow is going to be where, depending how we react to the data, it doesn't matter. Inflation can come in at 10%. If we go up, we go up. Okay. You don't fight it. Okay, we're not paid to make predictions. We're paid to make reactions, right? So I'm going to be watching. Look, if we do want to break to the upside, I think 4467 to 69, 4500 are areas that we could easily tap out. Just looking at this down trend line that we've had now from the highs, right? We've broken some structure here, which is nice. We have officially have made higher highs. That's a break of structure. I do think where we could possibly tap out those 4470, 4500, just looking at this down trend line that we have now drawn on the chart, right? Just from the highs, that's an area now we can see even tomorrow or in the future, right? 4470 area. Ultimately, I could see us going up and touching this zone in there. Doesn't mean it has to hold, but it is a down trend line that could be respected. And it's right at a major level that we have now at 4469, 4470 area. So two levels I can watch where we could tap out at, possibly look to take a reject, are going to be as follows. Let me zoom this out a little bit more on this far because I don't like it when it's that close. I don't like it when it's this close either. Boy, I am not doing this right, huh? There we go. Let's just zoom out. We can look left here on this chart, looking really nice. 4470, 4500. Look at this 4500 area. I really like if we run all the way up there. I mean, we're getting this bearish divergence here on the RSI, right? We're seeing that we're making lower highs on the RSI, so we could easily see a move higher. 4470, 4500. I like both of those for rejects. Just getting to look for exhaustion up in those areas. Now, if we drop out of the sky, I really think underneath 4400, we can watch for a short trade down to 4350. I like the bounce here at 4350. That happens to be the previous week low as well. Underneath there, 4300 will be on tap. I'd look for a bounce there as well. Okay, onto the SPY chart now. Excuse me, onto the SPY chart. Very, very similar here to the ES chart. We can even draw a downtrend line on this chart now if we would like to, right? Because I did it on the other ones. But as you can see, we're getting super duper close. The SPY chart looks almost like we're at this downtrend line now, right? Right into this zone. So does not surprise me if, depending how we react tomorrow, I have no idea. But if we're getting a little bit closer, you can see that RSI divergence, right? We had RSI where we've made higher highs on the chart. The RSI has made lower highs. That means the relative strength index is running out of strength. That's all that indicator is. It's a relative strength index. So the strength of the buyers is weakening as we go up, right? So we are setting up to have finally a pullback. I mean, we went from 408 to 438, 440. I mean, that's an insane run in a week and a half. Are we going to pull back? More than likely, is the CPI data going to be the one to do it to us? I have no idea. We're going to watch for the break under 438.50, under 438.50, 433. I mean, it's a big drop down. I think underneath here, we can really see some downside move. 433 is why we're looking for a bounce, and then into the gap fill, 431 also a bounce. Underneath 431, though, really starts a major pullback down to this huge gap on the daily down to about 425. But we'll worry about that when we get to that level. Over 441, though, opens at 448 from there. 444, I think this would be a great area for us to possibly tap out. Look at this 4-hour supply. Maybe we get up here and then we sell it off from there. I have no idea what's going to happen, but I would be looking for exhaustion up here, especially with this RSI playing out here on the SPY chart. Now onto the QQQ is going to be the same thing. Seeing this RSI, we're seeing the RSI bearish divergence, right? Stock is making higher highs. RSI is not. That means that means buyers are getting exhausted. Doesn't mean we have to pull back because we haven't, right? We have a CPI print tomorrow that could possibly right? Be some data that could help us out, right? And maybe pull us back. But 380, if we pop up above 378, I think 380, you guys, you could see this area in here. I mean, technically, if you want to say there's a gap on this chart here, right, from this close all the way to this, candle, and that's all the way. So there still could be a little bit of a gap up to 382. So 380 to 382. I'd be looking at 380 to 382 for a possible reject. You guys can see this 382-ish level all the way back up here to these highs. So if we do break to the upside, look for 380 to 382 to look out for some exhaustion, right? Look for some exhaustion up there. Now, going down to the 4-hour, zooming in just a tad here. Going on to the 4-hour, we're going to watch for the back test 370, 350, 374. I'm going to see if that level is going to hold on a back test. You guys can see this high, this old high that we had here. We basically came down and tested it today and held. So watch 473, 470, wow, 373.50 to 374. Watch that for a back test. I do think that breaks though. Next level I'm really interested in long is 369. Under 369, there's a great short trade setting up to take us down to the gap fill 364 would be the gap fill. I think under 369, you could look at 364 for the gap fill. I'd look for a bounce there initially. Absolutely. And last but not least, IWM. Is this just making a big kind of another stair step, another bear flag? If possible, got to get over 370. God, get my numbers all mixed up. Got to get over 170 here. Got to get over 170 on the chart. Over 170 helps. Underneath 167 opens up 167.50 for the 165.50 for the bounce. I would look for a long there. You can see this old balance, a little bit of balance I played out down here, broke above. Maybe this back test 165.50. I would be a buyer there. Absolutely. 167 to play around that, or 170 play around that low, reject for puts, break and hold for calls to the upside, opens up 160 to the upside. Guys, that's all I got for you. Just know we have CPI tomorrow, an hour before the market opens. So wake up early, get your levels right, and of course, don't do anything fucking stupid. We'll see you bright and early. Peace.